welcome back to more Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So, last time, we made a start in the Sumaru Castle, and we made use of the ultimate personas. So, yeah, this time we're going to be continuing to do so. My luck has been kind of interesting today. I got Red Dragon Fortune on the first try, which never happens, so yeah. Something else lucky happened earlier as well, so yeah. That makes me a bit worried about what's going to happen today, but let's find out anyway. So we're on the third floor by taking the second warp. All we need to do is go right for a little bit, basically. So yeah. There's one interesting thing I did do today. I guess I'll mention. There's another kissing, I believe. Again, he doesn't actually resist all magic. I believe he did. I'm thinking of another enemy you'll see later in this place. So yeah. So once again, we're going for good old Giga Cyclones here, and the rest are just going to attack, so yeah. We'll go for the good old Flare Shot. I mean, actually, no. Let's actually go for a Magdine and Magdine here. Let's be smart. So yeah, we'll go for the Boulder Smash, I believe it's what it's called. There we go. He'll go first, which I don't like. Man, at least he just does that, so yeah. Oh, yeah, I even had the agility food, so that's a bit unfortunate. Oh well. So I'll give him a nice Boulder Smash, and then yeah, we can go for the Giga Cyclone. Because yeah, trying to level up Hysteria, Artemis, and Luz. So yeah, we're having a lot of fun here. So yeah, I decided to record a little bit later today. I actually watched my brother play more Elden Ring, so yeah, that's one reason why. So yeah. It's a very fun game, to be honest. A bit obtuse sometimes. It's definitely a game that, yeah, very hardcore. Kind of expects you to try and figure things out on your own, it feels like, so yeah. And the reason why I want to go here is we can see the plaque. And yeah, actually no, I can't do what I was thinking. So yeah, one thing I realized, I want boom cards. So yeah, let's actually talk to Yahis a lot. It does mean that, yeah, I won't be able to get my it means that I won't be able to make use of my Red Dragon Fortune as much, but that's okay. So the Yahi wants wiretapping is a crime, so I'll be Balfu and Katsuya, so let's do that. Because I realized, yeah, I could use the moon cards, so yeah. There's a lot of moon percents I'd like to use, so yeah. Let's try to get some. So let's see. Use that bad way. I sold for a good price. So there you go. I used to do have a good amount of free Gyarados, so yeah, I can make up for that. So here's our second black. One who wishes to climb the stage of dragons. Thou shalt give ancient prayer in sequence indicated by the Usa Major. Prayers are, I think that's what's up to. Prayers are Kotodama, the spirited words. You should gather the 7 Kotodama and offer ancient prayers. Those who know the brilliance of America's E shall solemnly lower their heads. So no, it's P and E at the moment, so yeah. Which fine enough could spell persona, but it's actually not persona. So what I want to do is go all the way around. There's actually going to be a set of stairs, but it doesn't lead anywhere, which is kind of funny, so yeah. Alright, we can handle this. So yeah, and once again, Balf is going a little slow. Did I actually get the food? I feel like I didn't now, so yeah. Oh well. We'll just let him go before us. So let's go for Bullet Smasher. I know I got the Red Dragon Fortune, so yeah. So that's no problem. So yeah. Again, I was kind of talking about this last time, but yeah, again, I don't think I want to hear Makala back, to be honest. Again, there's a thing we can do in Area till December, but that doesn't unlock until much later, so yeah. You can definitely just get rid of the pack if we're into like Glint or something, we'll see. Yeah, those things can still be very annoying, but we'll see. Anyway, lots of damage, and rank 4. And all these assassins are pretty jacked up, so yeah, makes sense. And yeah, Maya gets a level up, so that's nice. Because yeah, we can keep putting points into vitality, so there you go. Yeah, I do have the achievement. Yeah, I don't know why the enemies are outspeeding us, but that's definitely not a good sign, so yeah. So let's just keep making our way here. And, oh yeah, I still have the Pokemon Glinda, so yeah. Do I want to actually try taking him out? You know what, I will. So yeah, let's go for Giga Cyclone, but this time, yeah, these two are going to, like, team up a little bit. Let's go for Flare Shot. And let's go for Mamudo. I have Petrifying there too. One of that actually works. Let's try it. Basically, one thing I want to do with you is, or Hyperion should be saying, I really want to try and get, hey, that worked. Very nice. We'll go for Giga Cyclone here. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is, I want to try and get triple down, because that can definitely help us out a lot in this place. So yeah, the only problem is there's only a single target, and as you can kind of tell, these magic resistant enemies are pinging groups, which isn't great for us, so yeah. So yeah, rank 3. This time I kind of don't want to go for the Petrifying Glass, so yeah. Yeah, that one died. Good. And it goes on another Mega Dueler. Me that Flare Shot kills, so yeah. I'll just go for Giga Cyclone then. So yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. So yeah. Yeah, Beelzebub does have some interesting tools in his kit, it looks like, so yeah. Let's see, if you do have like Sharpshoot or something like that, that could work well against these guys too. There's definitely a lot of ways he can deal with magic resistant enemies in this game. That'd be cool. So yeah, I should have went for Flare Shot first. There we go. No mutation from them, that's okay. I mean, I could also do is like Maka Contra or something, I don't know. Yeah. Again, I don't think the Petrifying Glare helped us out that much, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna heal the damage with Balfu again. And yeah, again, we're trying to just, work our way up with Beelzebub at the moment. I want to see if I can, do something cool with him. So yeah, but I was just gonna use Madeira again. Only for 28, that's pretty good to be honest. So yeah. Again, I really like Prometheus as a support persona, as you can tell. But anyway, so that takes us back, but we want to keep going left basically. There's an empty chest up there, but I'm not going to show that. Okay, let's just not waste any time in this place, so yeah. There we go, Tramelech. Alright, I was going to talk about Elden Ring a little bit, why not? So yeah. These things are immune to wind. I don't think we fought one, so no. They're just resist the dark, which isn't great for Balfu, but that's okay. Any of these guys, yeah, they can just go for the Earth skill again. For the smash. Okay, like I said, once we do get triple down, I'll probably just start using that a lot, to be honest, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, again, Elden Ring is very interesting, to be honest. Again, it's definitely a very hardcore game. Once you try and figure things out your own, the bosses are very difficult too. But again, yeah, it is interesting, seeing what my brother thinks of it. Yeah, again, it's definitely a very different experience for him because he hasn't played a Dark Souls game, so yeah. So then, yeah, not having direction of where to go and stuff, it's definitely catching him off guard, and some of the bosses are very difficult, as you probably expect, so yeah. Again, it does seem like he's having a fun time, which is always great to see, and Asteria gets 2 ranks, so yeah. Things are looking pretty up for this part. I guess she's around rank 6 now, I believe, so yeah. So let's look at her. Yep, rank 6, so now we have another physical skills, that's kind of funny, but also meat Patra, so yeah. I don't think this will help, but yeah. It's basically Sexy Dance with a different name, so yeah. That made me wonder another thing too, but anyway, we'll finish the talking about Elden Ring first, so yeah. I don't think it's the kind of game I would play on my own, but again, I think my brother is just willing to try a lot of games with his PC, which is really cool, so yeah. Again, yeah, it might be fun to see if, it's a game I wouldn't mind trying. That damage is pretty good, to be honest. But anyway, again, it does seem interesting at the very least. Again, I was just sure if I want to try myself, but maybe I could try like a little bit. Just see if, I enjoy it, so yeah. Maybe there you go. Again, it's just nice to, think about, broadening your horizons and stuff. I mainly just do that with RPGs, basically, so yeah. My brother does it with a lot more different kinds of games, so yeah. Anyway, over here, though, is the Chamber of Princess. calls me. It can't be. To do that, the Kirtada is, I understand. If you say you'll defeat him, I'll gladly lend you my powers. The persona of my Hime Amino cannot be summoned in the Velvet Room. Alright. What does that mean? Well, we'll see in a bit. Amano, does that mean she's your ancestor? No, that couldn't be. I can't think of this as pure coincidence. It is his work again. When it comes to this close, it's not a question of whether or not you look similar. This might be perfect for Tatsuzou, who is being used by some shriveled up thing. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're done with this area now. So yeah, I think that's something else we'll talk about. There's a lot of things we could talk about. So yeah, again, I think that's me. Everyone wants to say about Elden Ring. Again, yeah, it's definitely, when I get the chance to watch my brother play, it is definitely a lot of fun. So yeah. So let's do more wiretapping as a crime here. So yeah, one thing I was, this is another like one of those shower thoughts, but I wonder how Marin Current actually works in universe. Like, yeah, do you like, there's like the persona or something like view or something like that? I have no clue, but anyway. I think it's just something silly like that, so yeah. Anyway, we answered correctly good. You guys get charms. I feel like it makes more sense in P5 because it's brain check, so you're basically just, you know, taking control of them. So yeah, that makes a little bit more sense than, you know, charm. Yeah. But then again, there are definitely other RPGs that have charm spells too, so it's not like SFT is the only one, right? So yeah. But anyway, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about what happened. So yeah, we got Mahime Amino as a persona, and one thing that we can talk about here is a little bit is ancestor personas. It's because yeah, she won't be the only one in this game. But yeah, people like ancestor personas, to be honest. Again, it's not an official thing or anything like that. It's basically personas that, yeah, obviously as the name suggests, are based on ancestors. Let me get right for good. So in this case, yeah, thanks to rumors, we have Mahime Amino, and yeah, as it turns out, Maya Amino is a descendant. So yeah, so there's that. And yeah, she's not the only one though, because Persona 1 there's Yamaoka, who's Nandra's older persona, of course, have an ancestor persona for him. But yeah, now we're done with that. Let's go here. And let's figure out where this takes us. So we're on the 4th floor. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I can look at the map now, because I know we're on the 4th floor. So yeah, the exit is actually right next to us, interesting enough, so yeah. Okay, this area is very short, so we don't need to do much here. There's an item if we go up, and then there's a plaque if we go down, so yeah, nothing else here, it seems. Yeah, the stairs basically up here, there's basically just a one-way route to a pitfall, that's why I didn't take the stairs earlier, so right. And more Yahis. Again, we'll just talk to them because again, even though I kinda want to use the Red Dragon Fortune again, I could also use the Moon cards, so yeah. There's Yamaoka, who's basically Nanjo's ancestor persona. Because yeah, Yamaoka was basically one of the only people Nanjo cared about in his early life, so yeah. So it makes sense that yeah, because Yamaoka, you know, was the trusty butler that he was, he'd still, you know, assist Nanjo even after his death. So yeah, we'll talk more about that later because yeah, you may know something when I was scrolling through the Hierophant Personas, so yeah. But anyway. And of course, there's another interesting one later in this series, other than the other ones here. So people think that Cendrillon is an ancestor persona, shall we say. Because, yeah, let's just say that, yeah, it has something to do with the 3rd semester and one of the main characters, so yeah. That's all I'm gonna really say. But I think, yeah, I like that theory too, to be honest. I think it sounds quite interesting, so yeah. It does fit Violet's character, shall we say, so yeah. And what she goes through. So I mean, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really what I gotta say about the Ancestors Personas. I would like to see more. Because again, I think it's just a really cool idea for just having more ideas of how, you know, the characters get personas. I think it's just really cool. So yeah. In this situation, yeah, it's definitely quite interesting because yeah, again, although yeah, it's definitely part of you know the rumors and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, one who wishes to climb the stage of dragons, thou shalt give ancient prayer in sequence indicated by the Usa Major. Prayers of Kotodama, the spirit of it. She should gather the 7 Kotodama and offer ancient prayers. Those who know the brilliance of Philippa as R shall suddenly lower their heads. So yeah, PER at the moment. And now we just leave, and we could do that by going up here. Again, I'm just going to ignore the empty chests because we don't need to build that. So yeah, simple as that. Alright, so yeah, let's keep it up. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Again, there aren't any other answers to personas in this series unless we talk about potentially like outside media and stuff. But again, like I said, if we do see like more examples or more like hints to it as well, that'd be cool. Again, I would be all for that because again, I like Yamaoka. I think the answers to personas here are pretty interesting too. So yeah, and we'll see. Anyway, you take that guy out, and we get rank 6. Good. So yeah, we're looking very nice. And yeah, Blue gets rank 8, which he gets stats. That's good. Then he gets Bright Judgment, which is very nice because yeah, that guy having a light attack in this place can be very nice for something later. So yeah, again, that's everything there because yeah, we literally can't go anywhere else according to the map. So yeah. So let's go to the 4th one then. We're on the 5th floor now. So yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, we start right next to a empty box. And then we have another chamber coming up, so let's go check that out. Okay, great chamber. And nothing here except this. I can't run away from my sins so easy. I have to atone for my sin by myself. Okay, great. I got from the people. They're transporting it somewhere. How much is in here? The back is all hazy, so I can't see. They can't just destroy that thing without giving it support first. They say there's some pretty nasty things. So yeah, apparently this is where all the K grade they collected went. Alrighty, so yeah, where do we want to go first? So the interesting thing about this floor is that there's actually 2 warps to it, so we're going to have to think about that. But I think all we need to do now is just head towards the plaque, looking at how it's structured, because yeah, if you were to go right, it'd just be dead ends again. So we had to go left, and left only really leads us to the plaque and the exit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Because yeah, again, there's gonna be another warp to this floor, so yeah. And again, like I said, we just keep going this way, and then when we see the warp, we can turn down basically. Anyway, more yahis. And again, like I said, I'm gonna get more. So yeah, the main topic I was going to talk about actually was the Alta Personas again, because yeah, I think one interesting thing is that I feel like the Alta Personas, the Persona 4 and Persona 5 are less popular than the initial Personas. I guess we'll just run down the list then of Persona games actually. So yeah, Persona 1 again, much like the Star Personas of Persona 1, yeah, they're kind of just a little bit random. And yeah, a lot of the designs don't really fit the characters either. They just kind of, you know, except for Yamaoka, obviously, who we talked about earlier. Again, there's definitely, again, because I did make a video about it, I can definitely see some, like similarities and stuff. But again, it kind of feels like, yeah, you're kind of stretching things a little bit. So, yeah, but anyway. One wishes to climb a stage of dragons, thou shalt give ancient prayer in sequence indicated by the Ursa Major. Prayers of Kotodama, spiritual virtue, gather the 7 Kotodama, thou shalt ancient prayers. Those who know the brilliance of Mizar as you shall suddenly learn that. So you're no longer its persona, but it's PERU. But anyway, here's an enemy I want to talk to again. The this thing does resist all magic. I remember that. The Tislaka Poker. But you know what? We can try killing him with Petrifying Glare, because Petrifying Glare might be non-elemental, so that's going to be the hope. Yeah. And then if it doesn't work, we'll Flash Shot him. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I didn't work. Oh well. So again, I should just what I'm trying to say, go for the Earth attack. That's okay. The ball smash. But anyway, not talking about stuff. But yeah, next time we'll just kill him. I think we'll have enough firepower. But yeah, he resists everything, so he's kind of annoying. But he doesn't have too much health, I think. Yeah, there's something to get the illusion, but that's okay. So this turn, yeah, we'll just go for the boulder smash. I did it in the wrong order, but that's okay. You can just do it like this. And yeah, I could talk to him. I'll talk to him later, maybe. So yeah. Yes, again, he doesn't have too much health, despite resisting everything. So yeah, as long as keep pounding him with damage, he'll go down eventually. So yeah. So again, yeah, Persona 1, yeah, again, they don't really, it was the first game, so they kind of just went with whoever they thought of, basically. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. And we got a map with that card, cool. And Katsu gets a level up. More strength. Of course, his damage is not going to be amazing even when we get triple down, because we didn't give him the Karma Ring. We still gave him the Agility Source because that's kind of what I want to do. Let's go here. And yeah, like I said, this is still the 5th floor, so yeah. And over here's the plaque already. And Maya's hungry. So yeah, one wishes to climb the State of Dragons, thou shalt give ancient prayer and secrets indicated by the use of Major. Praise of Kotodam, the spiritual edge, you shall gather 7 Kotodam and offer ancient prayers. Those who know the brilliance of Aliu as E shall suddenly lower the head. So it's P-E-R-U-E now. I believe, so yeah. So what I'm going to do is, you want to go up to get the Awaken. Kind of spoiled that, but that's okay. And he wants to talk to us. I guess we'll get that packed anyway. We'll talk to him whenever it's convenient. So how about look for this? Foolish Demon. That's scared. Alright, so Tesla Kapoka. He wants Persuade. So Katsu Maya Babu. And then Passionate Gaze, which I'm pretty sure is just actually no, I think it's the one that's all the dudes. So maybe I'll show that later. Again, I might talk to this guy later because again he's kind of annoying. Resisting all magic. So 2 many packs. Again, I might actually no, that's pretty smart. I'll go to Booklender for another enemy that appears in this place, I think, so yeah. So there's an iron around here, let's get the map back. And again, yeah, I actually do like the Ultimate Sense in Persona 1 a little bit, mainly because, oh, that's a Tismittle. Tismittle, I believe. It's in Persona 4, so I want to play Persona 4 so I can actually, figure out how it's pronounced, so yeah. That's one cool thing about the Persona callouts, so yeah. But anyway, so yeah, back to Persona again. I think the main thing I like about the Ultimate Sense is how they work gameplay-wise. They're quite strong, they're a bit high level, but the SP costs are quite low, so they're actually quite easy to use when compared to the high level Personas. I thought that's really cool. And then, of course, Amon Ra was the lowest level Persona with Hieroglyphon, which he could use to destroy bosses, so yeah, that's great. So you take you out and go rank 5. Good stuff. So yeah. So again, that's generally how I feel. Again, the designs and the personas themselves are not like, the most fitting things and all, but hey, gameplay-wise, I do find them at least a bit interesting, so yeah. But anyway, let's go get the Awaken. I'm not so sure what I want to use the Awakens on, to be honest, because again, yes, the thing about it is that, yeah, you can just, go into an area, just spam a support skill, and then, yeah, you'll get, you can spam a support skill, and then, yeah, you can get to max strength that way. You don't need to waste time then. Anyway, this should be pretty easy. Again, I have all the Sash Giga Cyclone tactics are working not too bad here, so yeah. Yeah, later I might, changing this up. You want to level up Prometheus, so yeah. So I'll obviously think about doing that later, so yeah. Yeah, Persona 2, yeah, they decided to make them a bit more fitting. Like, yeah, some of the designs take cues from the characters, mainly in the case of, like, Volcanus, for example. He looks like a lighter, and then, Hermes as well, and Kronos as well. Not all of them, take design cues from the characters, mainly the, I think one thing about them is actually designed for Kanto. I think one thing about the designs was you wanted to make them look fashionable, I believe. From like research I was doing, that's one reason why they changed previous design, because before he used to just have, surrounded by these big, normal looking rocks, but then they decided to stylize them a little bit, so yeah, they're so cool. So we are there. So what we need to do is we just need to. This just leads to a dark Magatama, so yeah. There's another item, but we can't get it yet. In fact, there's actually a plaque, so yeah, obviously we can't get it. We need another warp. So we're getting hungry, but the good thing is that, yeah, we can just, The good thing is we can just go back, so yeah. So all we're here for is the Dark Magatama, so yeah. Alright. This could be interesting. In the back is Ouroboros. Another enemy I wouldn't mind using physical attacks on, so yeah. Because he resists all magic, and he's not weak to all physical, unfortunately, so yeah. So yeah, what we'll do is, again, we'll try something funny with Baofu again. I'll flash shot one of them, I guess, either he's not weak to gun, and I'm gonna try Mobbled. Again, I don't think this is gonna work, but I'll try. Everything else will die, so yeah, the Ouroboros stays standing though, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, at least I get the illusion stats. I'm ranked 5, so he might have triple down now, so that's good. And we killed the one I attacked. That's a bit unfortunate, but well, we'll go for Gigasecond here. I'm gonna hope that, yeah. I mean, you could just go for the Earth skill maybe. Again, triple down might do better, but I'm not so sure what I want to do about it, so yeah. Because if I kill a Petrifying Glare, that wouldn't be the best, right? So yeah. Anyway. It's just good, nice. They're not the bulkiest things in the world, but yeah. Because they actually just straight died to 1 Gigasecond, so yeah. So that's good. At least we have enough power to punch our way through them, so yeah. And again, Persona 2, yeah. Also the fact that, yeah, a lot of them are based on Greek Roman myth, so yeah, they wanted to do a bit of theming now, which, yeah, you see in other Persona games too, so yeah. Anyway, again, let's just go for, again, the Boulder Smash. I think it might be good enough to kill the, dude in the back, so yeah. Tesaka Poker. So yeah. Again, he just resists air things, which is very annoying, but yeah. Like I keep saying, so yeah. Anyway, back to talking about stuff. Again, yeah, I think generally speaking, yeah, I do like the Ultimate Sins. Again, it's a good start on trying to, theme them to the characters and also to one single Pantheon too. I think it's pretty interesting. And the Sons of the Cells, yeah, I do like how, the designs are really stunning. Even if, yeah, not all of them are home runs, I still think, yeah, again, they're interesting at the very least, so yeah. And they do kind of relate to, their mythologies and stuff as well. Like, yeah, Stereo looks like, yeah, they kind of come from space and stuff, so yeah, I don't mind the design that much. And Persona 3, though, Persona 3, I feel like a lot of people like how they were done in Persona 3, and I think one of the reasons why is because they're plot-based. Because then it kind of, signifies the character's, growth. Because, yeah, when you first get the Ultimate Personas, it's after, something really big happens in the plot, let's just say, so yeah. We're getting a bit outsped here. We are running out of food, so after this, yeah, we can go get more. And we get more Garodine. Which is a bit annoying, so yeah. And you just attack, good. Anyway, back to talking about stuff. And yeah, again, I do like how they, tie into the characters and stuff too, again. Again, it's not like, perfect, but again, I do like the fact that, yeah, again, they symbolize the character's growth, and yeah, in some cases too, they kind of, relate to the mythology too. Like, Io becoming Isis, I believe, has something to do with, the story of Io as well. And again, yeah, a lot of them are very. Again, Greek mythology is not the main thing, but when the personas evolve, actually, they do take on some other mythologies too. Kala Nemi is a good example of that. So yeah. Then again, Greek mythology is still a big focus of P3. So yeah. Yeah, gameplay wise, they don't change that much. The main things are you get a resistance becomes an immunity, and then you get another resistance, I believe. Now we want to go get our food back, and also because everyone ran out of food, and also yeah, we could heal as well. I guess I will. Because we still have the Red Dragon Fortune. It's about to wear out though, and I don't want to chance my luck again, trying to get it again. You can do it in the next spot, maybe. This time, next spot. We'll see. Or, you know, I'll decide to do something else in the next spot. We'll see. But anyway, before the next spot, I mean. But anyway. So yeah, let's go get our food again. Again, it's nice that this dungeon, you know, it's in town, so we can just stock up. So let's go get the big piece back again. So again, yeah, I think that's one reason why, again. And also another interesting thing too about the Ultra Personas is Persona 4 Arena. Ultimax, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure that's when the P3 crew was introduced. They actually keep the Ultra Personas, but for the Persona 4 crew, they use the Stein Personas. We'll talk about why that's the case later, but yeah. So this one, I believe you want to go for number 6. Let me double check. Yes. Yeah, so this is going to lead us to another plaque that we kind of saw earlier. All we need to do with this one is go down, go over here, and then the plaque is around here, so yeah, not too bad. One in which is to climb the stage of dragons, thou should give each prayer in sequence indicated by the Ursa Major. Prayers are quoted down in the spirit of it, you should gather some quoted down in operation prayers. Those who show the brilliance of Mercus as S shall suddenly lower the head. So yeah, P-E-R-S-U... Oh, yeah, P-E-R-U-E-S, I believe. Or maybe, yeah, I feel like I'm not doing that correctly, to be honest. I feel like I'm missing something. But anyway. Or maybe I just got a word mixed up. Oh well. Anyway, I got here 2 Ouroboroses. Again, this could be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I'll see if I can kill one of them again with the frickin' insta-kill attacks. So yeah, I'll go for Petrifying Glare on 1, and I'll go for... do I go for that or Mumble, do I wonder? I feel like Petrifying Glare is going to do better, so yeah. And then we'll go for Triple Down, now that we have that, so yeah. That's actually one of the stronger gun attacks in the game. So let's see, will this work? Yeah, it did work. Well done. So yeah. It's actually not working too badly. Anyway, Triple Down. Not bad damage, and that should be enough to kill with the Giga Sequence, so yeah. Not bad, not bad. But anyway. So yeah, again, I think that's mainly how I feel. And then yeah, in Reload, yeah, that's when the characters also get the second Furies as well, when they get the Ultimate Sun too. And I think, yeah, design-wise, I think I like them more. Again, some of them do look like, you know, good evolutions of the basis Sun in my opinion, so yeah, I like them. I think, yeah. We'll talk more about this later, but anyway. Let's talk about, yeah, the main thing I was talking about, P4 and P5. So yeah, in that game, in those games, the Ultra Personas are actually, they are, unrequired. You need to do the social links. But anyway, here, we have 2 things of interest. We have a card, we have another card, and we have the plaque. So yeah, but luckily it's not too hard to figure this out. We just need to go up, go this way, get the all card down here, not all card, summon card actually. Anyway, yeah, that's talking about, yeah, P4 and P5. We'll talk with P4. So I think the thing is that, yeah, the Stein Personas of P4 really fit the characters, and also I think the mythologies is also pretty well done too, so yeah. I mean, that's one thing. I think that's also why in P4 Arena they actually use the Stein Personas. Again, they were really designed around either characters. Then the Ultra Personas, again, you can never tell that they have evolved from the basis set, but again, I feel like they're just not as memorable. And I feel like that's the main thing. I think it also has something to do with the fact that, yeah, it's all Japanese myth, and the evolved personas, at least some of them, they're not as, you know, well-known deities, basically. especially when I get the third tier too. Some of them are though, because he has Susanoo as Yosuke's old persona, for example, so yeah. That's one that comes to mind. I think Yamato Takeru as well is kind of well known, so yeah. And that's Naoto's old persona, so yeah. Anyway. I think in general though, I actually don't mind them too much. Again, they're not as memorable, and then there's an art puck in the back, by the way. Again, they're not as memorable, but I don't mind that too much, to be honest. I think they still kind of work, so yeah. Again, I'm gonna try Mabudo again. Again, I don't think it's very smart to go for Mabudo, but why not? We'll try it. And then Trouble Down's actually not doing too badly for us, so yeah. When I do run into those magic weak enemies, they'll have something to fear from us now, so that's good. Or physical weak, I mean. The magic weak that dying to my Giga Cyclone, so yeah. Anyway, we'll go for this. And I think a Trouble Down will actually kill the Ouroboros, so yeah, I'm just going to Giga Cyclone again next time. I mean, that's what I'm going to try and do, so yeah. So I'm trying to chance things a little bit here with Battlefield here, but that's okay. He's still getting rank on his persona, so I don't mind too much. And again, yeah, Hostile probably is better because I could go for like Dark Decks and stuff, but that's okay. But anyway, look at the All card. I do appreciate those because they're kind of expensive. So just getting them for free never hurts. So now, just go back in the middle. And we go all the way down and get our last plaque. Again, I feel like I've definitely missed a letter somewhere. Or at least when I'm trying to figure this out in my head, so yeah. But that's okay. We'll find out what it actually is later, so yeah. So let's go for Magdine here. And yeah, let's go for this. We'll go for Boulder Sash on you, and then we'll Giga Cycle once again. Again, this is actually working out not too badly, to be honest, but anyway. Again, I actually kind of like the Ultimate designs. And again, yeah, a lot of them were kind of interesting gameplay-wise. Like in the original P4, some of them had no weakness, so yeah. Again, that was kind of interesting. And then yeah, the evolved personas, again, they're a little bit outlandish in terms of design. Like Yosuke's, who, despite being a wind user, he's very fire-based looking now, which is kind of funny, so yeah. But again, yeah, I think overall they're fine. Again, not as good as, I feel like not as good as the second tier personas, but not terrible, so yeah. I feel like that's kind of how I feel about the third tier personas. Here's our last one. One who wishes to climb the stage of dragons, thou should give Asia prayer in sequence in the Cavalier Sumitra. Prayers are Kotodam, the spirit of virtue. You should gather the 7 Kotodam and offer Asia prayers. Those who know the brilliance of Alked as Ash shall suddenly lower their heads. So there you go. I believe that spells Perseus. I think that's what it's supposed to be. But anyway, I'm going to double check if I haven't missed an area on my map. Yes, we did. And just again, just having a look. Now, the interesting thing about this dungeon is that there's actually some alternate floors. You get those if you didn't spread the rumors, actually. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But I do recommend you do. But yeah, it looks like I did get everything, so that's good. You want to go? What was it again? Look at my map. Yeah, it is over here. You have the burial chamber, which is called the map, but it's actually the chamber board here. Who calls it back to the sword? How? Damn you, Kyotada. If you're saying that you'll defeat Kyotai, I'll gladly lend my power. Junosuke. Is Junosuke there? Now, Junosuke, interesting enough, to get him, you need to go to Mount Kasamuri and put the money in the box during that dungeon. Some of the demons will give you hints back then, so yeah, make sure you do that when you're there at the beginning of the game, so yeah. Junosuke is here. Junosuke, it's off to battle. Understood. The personas of Tatsuno Shinsuo and Junosuke Kuruda can now be summoned in the Velvet Room. Awesome. I feel like I knew him from before. So yeah, Tatsuno Shinsuo, he's obviously Tatsu and Katsuya's ancestor persona. You gotta hold the memorial service later so he won't be damned. That's a good point, because we are kinda, into mummies and stuff. His name being Sumaru means that he's Tatsu's ancestor. Couldn't be. A legend returns as a rumor. It doesn't make me feel good being forced to call upon the dead. And yeah, I think to end this part, I'll fuse them. The thing is, though, I'm not going to do too much special. I'll give them a skill, I think. But, I mean, maybe I'll give them skill cards. One of them could use a skill card, actually. So, yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, I can go Dex card, at least. So, I think I'll at least do something like that, anyway. But you'll see why I'm saying that, yeah. Because the answers are very strange. So, yeah. Now, back to all the percents again. I think, yeah, that's generally how I feel about P4. We'll talk about P5, which I think, yeah, I really like what P5 actually does, to be honest. But again, yeah, the Stein personas, though, are a bit more utilized. Like in P5 Strikers, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, you only get the star personas in that game. So, yeah. And yeah, if P5 did get like a fighting game too, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same as P4, where, yeah, the P5 crew just use their Stein personas. So, yeah. Is again, they are very well known for that. But again, I like what they did with the second tier personas. Yes, again, they are based on thieves from mythologies and stuff. I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. But anyway, we have that, but I think we're going to save that for the next part, because yeah, I think what we're going to do to end this part is we're going to be fusing the ancestor personas. So yeah, I'm going to double check what they learned, so I don't make a fool of myself. So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, and yeah, the third type of personas, again, it's more on designs on the base personas. Some of them are pretty cool too. I think in general, P5 did what P4 did a little bit better in my mind. Again, I like how they turn to the themes of the game a bit more, I feel like. And then, I think design-wise, they're pretty great, to be honest. Again, some of them are a bit random, like a Starty, for example, but I think overall they're pretty good. I even like a Knot too. I thought a Knot looked pretty cool when I first saw them, to be honest. Again, I can see people missing the bike thing that Johanna was doing, but I don't mind it too much. I mean, that's generally how I feel anyway. So yeah, then this part, yeah, I need to figure things out. So yeah. Because yeah, I want to make sure that yeah, we are fusing these personas correctly. So yeah. I want to say correctly, I just want to make sure I'm, giving them the right skills. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, what we want to do, we got a Megalodon card, that's good. I have a Shrimp card too, so yeah, we can fuse one of them. I'm just looking at another one. This one doesn't really matter, so we're just gonna go with, I was thinking Caradine card, and I think I'll go Dex card, to be honest. And then yeah, last one. To be honest, I do want to get them a card, so yeah. I think I know what card I want to get them, so yeah, I'm just having a little look. Alright, so yeah, here's what we'll do. We gotta need a bit of money though, is the thing, so yeah. So, I want to buy a... Again, I might actually not have enough money to do this, but let's find out. So yeah, RF Caradine card's good. I do have the Magnetyne card that I also wanted. So what I really need is a... do I want Torrent card? Yeah. Do I really want Torrent card though? Is the thing. I do want to go with something else. Let's think about ourselves together, I think. Let's decide this together. So yeah, let's look at the answers to personas. So yeah, starting off, let's go to Moon because we saw her first. Mahime Amno. So Mahime Amno obviously is exclusive to Maya. Princess of the Kyotada family, Maya's ancestor. She's immune to water. She is water inheritance type 2. She knows Iron Dark, Resist, never mind. But you may notice something weird. She has 2 skills, and that's it. But one of them is Heartful Prayer, so she's the one I recommend keeping around for pretty obvious reasons. So the other 2, you probably don't need to keep around. Because again, they're the same. They only have 2 skills, so yeah. And yeah, she also gets protection dodge too. So I was thinking, Malakadine, but of course, that's what, that is what, I think I will just, I could just go regular Aquadine to be honest, if I already have it. So let me double check. Is like, I don't think I need to go too fancy. I'm gonna go Guardine card on level 1, so yeah, I could go Magnetyne, but she actually gets Magnetyne, so. You also go something funny like Mikidola as well. I think, yeah, the problem is I'm making it too similar to. Because she can't get biased because of the problem, so yeah. So I'm thinking, do I just go. Nah, I'm just gonna. Again, like I said, she might be a bit too similar to Artemis by doing this, but again, they do have very different rules though. Because yeah, Artemis of course reflects all magic, has more offensive skills because she has more skills. General Mahime is definitely a lot more defensive. And yeah, because half of prayer heals, you don't need to be a Rahan. And I'd rather, have her, be able to do some damage, so yeah, let's go Torrent card. So there we go. Let's use it now. And we can use the other two as well, no problem, so yeah. As long as I have the cards, which I think I might, so yeah. Anyway, let's go back to Moon. Let's make, oh yeah, I forgot. Nan needs an item to fuse. I forgot about that, so yeah. It's from Tsukuyomi, so yeah. I'll need to do something about that because I do want to use Nana at some point, maybe in the next dungeon, maybe once Artemis is ranked up. But yeah, let's get Mahime now. So I'll go with the Torrent card, and I'll give an All card because, yeah. Well, just like a fun to use at least, even if, she's not the most amazing thing, and Hollow Bread is still kind of nice, so yeah. So yeah, let's just do this. Again, they're very strange personas, but there is one reason to fuse them, even if they're not the greatest personas in the world, you'll see later, so yeah. And there she is. I am Mahime Amino. I can't believe I would meet you near the end. My love had not been a waste. So there we go. Now we're going to go to Sun, so confuse Tatsuno Shinsuo. And yeah, Tatsu's actually best for them, but Katsu can also use them, but no one else can. So yeah, Warlord of the Kiyotana family, the Suo brother's ancestor. He may use his physical attacks and straight such amazing. But he does get Argidine as a mutation skill, so I'm going to give him Magnetyne just in case we need that. And yeah, I'll give him Strength card because yeah, his Strength is actually really good to be honest. He has a really cool design. Okay, I kind of wish again there was more to him than just these skills, but hey, let's get him anyway. The last one though is definitely probably the one I least like, maybe because of the Arcana, but yeah. I can't use it now, so that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. So here's Tatsunoshin Suo. I'm Tatsunoshin Suo. I see you two are my descendants. Let us gain revenge this time on Kiyotaro. But yeah. Take note that, yeah, again, they want to get revenge on Kiyotaro Sumaru, and that may or may not be important later, let's just say. Finally, Junosuke Kuruda, and as you can see, he's a full persona, which is the main thing I don't like about him. Because it means that, yeah, you need to get full cards. The good thing, though, is you get 3 of them for free. Another thing I should mention, too, is in the PSP version, you actually don't need to talk to demons for full cards at all. Because, yeah, you get 3 of them, but if you went Ninja route, then, yeah, you can actually get some free cards from Lone Shadow 3, which has now unlocked, I should mention. Problem is, if you're on earlier route, you're out of luck. You need to go get that one full card. And unfortunately, yeah, without save states, it's really annoying, to be honest. I'm not so sure how you would actually get a full card without them, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, let's just make him. He's not very good. Again, he only has Venom Needle and Pressure Needle. Well, the Pressure Needle is an obstacle, so yeah. And I'm gonna give him Guardine because why not? And we'll give him. I'll give him a dex card. I forgot to buy one, so yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Even though, yeah, again, he has mostly physical skills, but whatever. One is an insta-kill, and the other one's poison needles, so I think we should do something about his dex, so yeah. So yeah, let's do that. I'm never gonna need a bit more money. I was thinking, yeah, there's still the rare random encounter. I think I'm just gonna keep fighting until it appears, and then once I'm at a good like level and stuff, I'm probably going to then use a Stoma. I mean that's gonna be a plan. But anyway, let's summon Junosuke now. And yeah, Tatsuzou Shinsu's vassal. After his master's death, he hid at Mount Kasamori. And yeah, well, there you go. Let's give him the Garadine card. Let's give him the Dex card. So there you go. Yeah, his Dex is awful, but we'll do what we can. He is best with everyone, though, so that's at least nice. As for returning them, Mahime returns for a Dex card. Yeah, she does. I want to double check what Tatsuno-shin returns for. It's a dual card actually, which is nice. And Junosuke Kurodo, at least he returns for the Karma Ring, which is, if you're doing what I'm doing basically, which I do somewhat recommend doing, it's not required or anything, but it's really cool, so I recommend going for it. But anyway, what does Junosuke to say? I've always protected the descendants of Princess Mahime. Since you are her descendant, I swear to protect you too. So there we go. That is awesome. So yeah. I feel like this is probably one of the easier ways to get a Karma Ring, although again, it requires getting full cards is the thing. So yeah, once again, the dart transfer is very useful. So we'll get these personas out later, but again, for the time being, I think I'm going to continue ranking up these personas, and again, like I said, I think while I'm trying to hunt for the rare random encounter, I'm going to just keep trying to get mutations on them. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think the next part is going to have a lot of cutting in it, and that's okay though, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that'll be it for this part. We basically explored most of Sumaru Castle now. Only really the last area to go now, so yeah. So definitely take a look at that, so yeah. And yeah, maybe next part we take on the boss as well. That'd be cool, so yeah. Anyway, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.